If you're not familiar with the term group of death, I'm going to be moaning about it a lot, I think, for the next month or two, because this is our Champions League group. Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Atalanta, AS Monaco. I don't know what I did to piss off the Football Manager gods, but they've decided to screw me over. This is going to be tough. How's it going, folks, and happy Friday. Welcome back to Atalanta. Welcome back to the kickoff of our Champions League campaign, our first European campaign in Italy as part of this save game. As you've already seen, we're in a rather rough group. Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Monaco. We were 3rd seed, Monaco were 4th seed, Bayern the number 1 seed. They're quite a good team, aren't they? They're currently top of the Bundesliga. They won the Bundesliga last year. It's Bayern Munich in Football Manager. They're just quite good. Elsewhere, we are going to have to take on Arsenal. They finished 3rd in the Premier League last year. They are doing some really good work under Arteta, currently 4th in the Premier League for the current season. And while you might be wondering about AS Monaco, they are currently 2nd in Liga. Yeah, they're quite good. Media prediction 2nd. Very good team. This is going to be really annoying, isn't it? So the plan of attack for today is to do the games against Arsenal and Bayern Munich. There is a Napoli game sandwiched in between, but we're not going to worry about that today. Today is all about the Champions League and trying to get some points on the board in 2 pretty difficult games. Away against Arsenal, at home against Bayern Munich. I'd like to think in the home game, maybe we can make something happen. You might have noticed in the top right, it's currently the 14th of September. The transfer window has slammed shut. I did some business. So first and foremost, I was able to confirm the signings of 2 players we were talking about just last episode. The first is Nagalo. He has signed, of course, from Nordirland. He is in the international setup for the Ivory Coast still. Has picked up a couple more caps, 2.5 million, an absolute bargain. And we also were able to confirm the signing of Arsene Zakharyan. The Armenian international has started very well at the club. I've been very pleased with what I've seen. 2 appearances, a goal, 2 assists. We trained him to play centre mid, which he was semi-comfortable with. He is already now accomplished at it. He is already looking like he's ready-made to fit into the team. From what I've seen so far, he's going to be very good today. He may even end up playing ahead of Pessina for today's matches. So besides those 2 transfers that you already knew about, we have signed a further 2 players. The first, Wilfred Kanotto. We signed him from Zurich. The deal is a £7.25 million transfer. However, we have loaned him back to the Super League outfit over in Switzerland for the next 2 seasons. We do have the option to recall him if we so wish, but at 18 years old, he is a fine Italian youth international. He had a £7 million release clause. We don't really need strikers, but equally, he's the kind of player I look at and think, if I sign him now, loan him out for 2 years, we've got the potential to sell him on for some massive sums of money. And well, in a bid to continue to grow the Italian contingent in the team, we've got Nicolo Ravella, 20 years old, signed from Juventus for £21.5 million, a significant sum of money. I think this man is the perfect roaming playmaker for our system, though. I really love the roaming playmaker role this year in Football Manager. If we just look at Ravella, so well suited to this role, doesn't really have an obvious gap in his game. At 20 years old, lots of room to grow, perfectionist personality. His player traits as well are really good. He's got dictates tempo, dwells on the ball, tries long-range free kicks, tries long-range passes. We're currently training him to come deep to get the ball. This is the man who I think is ultimately going to get that nailed down spot in our team, playing as that roaming playmaker. And as you can see, with the team that I've already set up for today's game, he and Zakharyan are going to start. But before we get into that Arsenal game, we should talk about the 4 games in the league played since you were last here. We have been on fire, of course. We had a really good start to the season. Couple of clean sheets, plenty of goals, 7 points, and from there, we've kept things going. We beat Verona 3-1, Raspadori and Renato Sanchez getting on the score sheet. Elsewhere, Fabio Silva scored in the 82nd minute, and Fabio Silva, he's been a really pleasant surprise so far. 3 goals, 1 assist. He has really taken to Serie A like a duck to water. He is a player who I feel like I'm going to have to start giving some more first-team football to, especially because Guiri, who he's kind of been coming on for, hasn't yet scored this year in the league. Guiri, where are your shooting boots? I say that like he's playing badly. He's actually playing very well. He's just been the provider for Raspadori. The next game we had a slightly less convincing 1-0 win. In this game, Scalvini got on the score sheet, scoring a header from a corner. The 18-year-old continuing to develop amazingly, a player who I want to continue to give some first-team football to. He started 3 games in the league. It was great to see him get his first senior goal, as we did scrape by a little bit against Cagliari, who, to be honest, you should have beaten, well, way more comfortably. In our next game, we took on Empoli, a 4-1 win. I believe this is a game we drew 1-1 last year, so it was great to get a result in this one. A good team display. Zakharyan getting a goal and an assist. You can see here providers from all across the midfield. Renato Sanchez, by his comparison, having a quiet game. One man who wasn't quiet, Raspadori. He picked up a hat-trick. Still yet to score for the Italian national team. Don't know what the Italy manager is doing, but for us in Serie A, 9 goals in 6 appearances. The man is on absolute fire, and perhaps unsurprisingly, he's up there in the goal-scoring charts. What I will say is, Immobile for Lazio currently has 11. So the world's not fair, although Renato Sanchez, 4 assists. We should talk about Renato. You know, question marks over him. I feel like he's a player who, throughout his career, has always really been bigged up and hasn't ever burst onto the scene in perhaps the way he was projected to when he originally moved to Bayern Munich. But so far for us, he looks very, very good. It's looking like 12.25 million well spent. Most recently, we took on Spezia. Knowing that we had a Champions League game midweek, I chose to rotate the team relatively heavily. As you can see, a good little team display. Silva and Luca performing superbly. Great to see Luca get his first goal for the club. He's been a little bit of a slow starter. You can see here, came off the bench a fair bit, didn't really shine. In this game here, we gave him the opportunity to start. A goal and an assist. He's continuing to develop. And yeah, it was just a really, really pleasing performance, this one against Spezia, which sets us up nicely for today. So you might assume with that sea of green that we're top of the league, but alas, we are not. We are second behind Lazio. Immobile's goals for them mean that they have a better goal difference. 24 goals scored for Lazio in 7 games. Inter Milan are only 1 point behind us. AC Milan only 3 points behind us. Ordinarily, I feel like if you had 19 points from 7 games, you'd be in a really commanding position at the top. But as we're discovering, that's not really happening at the moment in this league. So going into this first game against Arsenal today, I am going to be playing a little more conservative. We're going to move the wide players back into the wing-back position and play them as wing-backs. Of course, a chance for Ravella and Zakharyan to show us what they're made of in their live commentary debuts. Besides that, it's very much a full-strength team. One thing worth noting is I was only able to register 2 homegrown club players. That means rather than having a squad of 25 for Europe, we only have a squad of 23. So as a result of that, a few players that you might expect to be registered, unfortunately, couldn't be registered. Barring any kind of major injury crisis, though, we should be fine today and for our European campaign. I say all of that. This is that World Cup year where the fixture schedule is mental. You can kind of see how the games are laid out as things stand. We're going to be making use of the entire team, I feel like, over the next few months ahead of the winter break. Ordinarily, going into the first game of a save game like this in the Champions League, I'd have like some excitement, but I feel like I've actually got some nervous anticipation. Away from home, it's going to be tough. I feel like, well, this might be a bit harsh on a lot of the Italian teams, but I feel like compared to Serie A, the quality of the Arsenal squad is really up there. This is going to be the kind of test that we've only maybe faced a handful of times over the last year in charge. But when I look at the team, when I look at the formation we're going to play for today's game, I'm feeling cautiously optimistic. We're a team in form, a team that's been playing well. I'm looking at Guiri, I'm looking at Raspadori. If they take the chances that come their way, I back us to smash and grab something from this match. Just looking at the Arsenal team for today's game, they are going to be playing a 4-2-3-1. I'll be honest, I kind of anticipated them to play that with the wider players higher up the pitch. It was one of the reasons I felt like we had to play with wing-backs today. Still a little bit wary of the overlap, but I'm hoping we're going to be able to manage it just okay. And of course, with this group that we've got, I feel like any points we can get in the away games is going to be crucial. I feel like going into this group stage, I wanted to be making the Champions League knockout rounds. I felt like a top 2 finish was the aim. Having now seen the group, I feel like if we can get top 3 and get into the Europa League knockouts, that would be fine. I've recalibrated, and I mean, maybe it's a negative mindset. You guys let me know. How would you feel about my group? But I feel like we've got to be realistic. Set piece for us here. DeMarco, back post. Romero is lurking away. He's got 3 goals this season. I think they've all come in matches that we've watched together. Wow, we will take that. That has come massively against the run of play. We have not created much in the opening stages. 38% of the ball, but DeMarco's delivery to the back stick was absolutely superb. Romero was there to nod it in goalwards. And we have the lead somehow. I say somehow because we probably don't deserve it. I mean, look at the stats. We don't deserve it. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. So our European debut might not be a classic as far as the neutrals are concerned, but with 1 highlight and 1 goal, I don't care. We are a goal to the good at the Emirates. I'm going to tell the players I'm delighted. Maybe welcoming in some complacency by saying that. But look at the green, happy, smiley faces. Defensively, we're looking good. Marco's done well in goal. Soleil not having the strongest of games, neither has Mela. Just looking at the centre of the midfield, we're not looking amazing there. And well, with 15 minutes gone in this half, I'm going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to bring in Darun, and I'm going to switch you actually just to play as a defensive midfielder for us, just to give us a little bit more defensive solidity. Elsewhere, I'm going to bring in, I think, Pacina for Zakharyan, and then I'm going to move Renato Sanchez into the centre mid on attack role. That is the role that he has played for the majority of games for us, but of course he is capable of playing as the box-to-box midfielder. Yeah, Renato Sanchez I'm becoming a little bit of a fan of. I don't want to speak it too soon, but I feel like he's going to end up being a really important player for us in the middle. He's definitely offering something we just didn't have last year. Anyway, Pacina's on the floor. We could have another set piece. DeMarco, can he get a goal? Could he score from here? Direct free kick opportunity, maybe. Oh my word, he's hit the post. Pacina, rebound, tries to pick out a man. Gabriel Jesus gets it away. Darun takes it down, and well, confirmation there. Goal line technology working as expected. It didn't cross the line. I didn't think it crossed the line. It was a good save by Ramsdale. Another set piece. We just get, is this free kick simulator we're watching today? DeMarco's going to be over it. It's a tough angle. He's a long way from goal, but he has very good free kick taking. He hits it. It hits the crossbar. And that one hasn't crossed the line either. 10 minutes left of this game. I'm going to attempt just to slow this game down a little bit and look to kill it off. We have got one sub left in our back pocket. Guiri not having a very good game today. I'm going to bring in Fabio Silva. Of course, he was sold to us by the Premier League outfit in Wolverhampton Wanderers. I feel like he should have a bee in his bonnet. He should have a point to prove. And, well, I say all of that like he's going to go on and score in the next 6 minutes. He could score in the next 6 minutes, but I feel like we might have some defending to do. Because Arsenal bringing the ball forward. If we were fortunate in the first half, I feel like in the second half we've actually played a lot better. Maybe the goal gave us a little bit of confidence. That said, we need to do some defending here. Emil Smith-Rowe plays it through. Torreira is there. And he's just hit it the wrong side of the post. I mean, the right side of the post as far as we're concerned. But it's not in the back of the net. And with it, the time whittles down. And it's not pretty. It's not been a particularly memorable game for the neutral. But I'll remember it. A 1-0 win away from home against Arsenal. Look at the stats. Drink it in. Maybe we deserved it a little more in the second half. I feel like when you look at the XG story, they were the better team. But in the second half, we had opportunities. We didn't take any of them. But we didn't need to. We kept things firm at the back. A clean sheet, a win. I'm very happy with that. I mean, there's not much more to say. That is brilliant. DeMarco, man of the match. I feel like we say that every other episode. He has been very, very solid for us, playing out on that left-hand side of the midfield and defence this year. He's come on leaps and bounds. I mean, last year he got 7.4 at centre-back. This year, 7.68. He's doing very, very well for us. And I feel like that win eases the load slightly. We have got Bayern Munich in a week's time. As good as that win is against Arsenal, I'm conscious of the fact that the scheduling means that the fixtures are only going to get more and more intense, and that it's maybe going to be difficult to maintain this level of form, you know, with Europe and the Serie A kind of season in tandem with one another. But we're going to do our best to do it. We have got Napoli away from home midweek. Ordinarily, that would be a big game, but it's just not, is it? We're going to come back for Bayern Munich at home. If we get a second win here, we start to party. That might be a little bit ambitious to hope for that, but we can dream. I'll see you in a week. Let's see if we can make our dreams a reality. Full time here in our midweek game against Napoli. I say midweek, it's at the weekend, but it's in the middle of the matches that matter. You might be wondering, Jack, was it a good game? No, a penalty in the 86th minute decided it. Besides that, very, very even game. We did play a rotated team for the most part for this match, just to enable us to be ready for the Bayern game. Speaking of which, suppose we should get to that one, really. Okay, second game of today's episode, Bayern Munich at home. I feel like, having beaten Arsenal, I've been lured into a false sense of confidence here, because Bayern Munich are very good. They beat Monaco 4-0 in their first group stage game, so they've kind of done us a favour there that probably helps us to get towards the top three. That said, we do need to try and do the business here. Now, going into today's game, I could play the wide midfielders that we played in the game midweek. Not going to do that. Going to revert back to our more conservative system with the wing-backs kind of on defend. Besides that, though, we are going to go with very much the same team. For this match, I am going to bring Pacina back into the starting 11 over Zakharyan. To be honest, Pacina looks like he should be amazing. and he's not really been amazing so far. But I want to give him another chance, you know? We're going to see what he can do for us. Elsewhere, Ravella is going to play as the roaming playmaker. In Football Manager this year, roaming playmakers just never get good ratings, so I'm not going to worry too much about his form. Ultimately, when he's playing, we're winning. So by that logic, we should keep him on the pitch so we keep winning. Elsewhere, I mean, it's full strength. We rotated the team against Napoli heavily enough that there's not really any fitness concerns here, which is a great position to be in. I suppose the one player maybe to be slightly wary about is DiMarco. This man hasn't really had a rest so far. He was tired after the last game, but with a few days off in training, he's ready and raring to go for this one. I think this game today is all going to come down to us just taking our chances, making the most of set pieces. You know, DiMarco, he has a wonderful left foot. We've got some big meaty men who we can throw forward. Just looking at Bayern's team, Sadio Mane, of course, playing for them out on the left-hand side. That stings a bit as a Liverpool fan. That hurts to look at. Hopefully he's not going to do us dirty. We are the top 2 teams in the group after one game played. A win here, and suddenly the group of death looks like it's going to be a group of ease. And we'll hope that we can do it at home. Fans behind us. What can we do today? Badiashile plays in. Pessina hits it. It falls to Renato Sanchez. Pessina, I threw him under the bus. Complained about him. He won't be given an assist, but he absolutely deserves it. He directed his header in on goal, and I think it was Neuer. Parried it away, and then Renato Sanchez with his second goal in Atalanta colours. His first that I think you've been here to witness. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that. A header from less than 5 yards out. It finds the back of the net. 2 minutes into this game, we're a goal up. We really are good at heading, aren't we? We're like a team of seals with our ability to deal with balls on our heads, although Kimmich is through here, put in a tackle. Who was that? Was that Pessina? It was Pessina. I feel like we should just click on Pessina so we can keep track of him today and what he does. He was involved in the first goal. He's put in a heroic tackle there. And well, 4 minutes into this game, it is all action to start. I didn't really expect anything less. You have to anticipate with Bayern Munich's firepower, there is going to be a task at hand to try and nullify them going forward. And well, we might need to continue that task here because Kimmich has played it forward to Schick. Now back with Kimmich, edge of the box, roaming inside, shoots it, deflects, I think off Saleh? It was off Saleh. It's 1-1. 10 minutes gone, already more goals than the last game. As long as this isn't another 5-4 special, you know, like that game against Milan last year, I'll be fine. I think the shot itself was actually going wide before it hit Saleh. That's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. It is. But, you know what? Let's not panic. Let's not let that rock us. We need to respond. Can we have the perfect response? We're only 12 minutes in, by the way. Another highlight already. DiMarco, Badiashile, DiMarco, Pessina. Back to Badiashile. Look at this build-up play. I absolutely love kind of the build-up play that we get with this formation and shape. The way in which the roaming playmaker just kind of scurries around in front of the back three. Knocking the ball around lovely here. Can we now try and make some progressive passes and get it up the pitch? We can. Raspadori holds on to it. Gives it to DiMarco. Plenty of options in the middle. Whipped in. Guiri. Header hits the post. Raspadori's rebound blocked away. I'll tell you what. Both teams look like they're going to score a lot today. This does not look like a day for defending. We have got a corner. It's going to be whipped in. Romero gets his noggin on it. Heads over, though. Okay, Upamecano picking up a booking for them. A free kick from range. I mean, it's from range perhaps, but with DiMarco in our team, you almost anticipate it to go in. And I'll tell you what, it is going to go in. It's only his first goal of the league season. I feel like we've seen 5 or 6 direct free kicks from him. At least me personally. You've seen a few of them in videos so far this season. Finally, one has found the back of the net. He hits it, not particularly into the top corner, keeps it low, whips it round the wall. And into the bottom corner it goes, beats Neuer. It's 2-1, and to be fair, Bayern haven't had a shot on target yet. They're only in this game because of an own goal. We have been very, very good yet again here. A few bookings for either team as well. This has been a feisty affair early on. The kind of game where, I don't know, if I was watching it live, I might be thinking about putting a bet on for a red card to happen at some point. Kimmich playing it forward to Sadio Mane, who's now playing out on the right-hand side. They've swapped the wing that he's on. Pessina wins the ball back well. Raspadori now bringing the ball forward. Options inside. Renato Sanchez is one of them. Hits it from range and, I don't know, he probably should have got closer to the goal there, shouldn't he? Right. It's a bit, I mean, there's no rest here. He's hit it just over. DiMarco would have hit the target there. Oh my word, usually there's like gaps between the talky bits during matches. So far this game has just been a deluge of highlights and it's going to continue here as De Ligt, back post, free header. Heads just over. In the other game in our group, Arsenal 2 goals to the good against Monaco. As for things here, well, at the break, it is going to be 2-1. We created some really good high-quality chances early. Since then, though, second half that first half, Bayern definitely came into the game more. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy. DeMarco's crying about it. I can't cheer him up. It'll be fine. Yeah, DeMarco, you'll get over it, bud. I hope. Not been the most amazing day for our strikers here. Raspadori and Guiri hardly playing well. I'm going to change things up slightly. I'm going to switch to a pressing forward, and I'm going to bring in Fabio Silva to play that role for us. Elsewhere, DeMarco, a little bit concerned, unmotivated, on a yellow card, but probably our best performer on the pitch. There's a small temptation to take him off, but I think we'll stick with him for now. Romero's not having the best game at centre-back. I could bring in Scalvini, but actually, I think with 30 minutes left, I'm going to save 2 subs for now, just because if we get a goal, we might want to get a little more defensively. That's offside, right? That's offside. Lino, flag. I mean, if this is onside, Muller is a god. And you know what? I'll bow to him. I will bow to him. It is going to count. I mean, Thomas Muller dinked him by Sabitzer. I said I bow to him. I'll bow. You're a god, Thomas Muller. Well, I said I'd save my subs in case we needed to change the game. Suddenly, I feel like we need to. There's confirmation. The lines were in line with one another. He wasn't offside. It's 2-2 here. And now Bayern Munich maybe in the ascendancy. But we've got our secret weapon. We've got Fabio Silva on the pitch. When he's on, magical things can happen. Romero, Soleil, Bayern Munich. Trying to press high, but we beat the press with a big ball forward. It's now with Mailer, whose name we've not really said today. Fabio Silva, options queuing up in the middle. He goes down in a heap. De Ligt's on a booking. I don't care if this is inside or outside the box. Get him off. Show him another yellow card. I think this is outside the box. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I am wrong. It's a penalty. Don't make me be an official. I don't understand the offside rule. I don't understand when a foul is in the box or not. All eyes on Raspadori to reinstate our lead. He steps up. He smashes it into the bottom corner. Neuer went the right way, but he couldn't get there. Goal number 10 for Raspadori. His first in Europe for our Atalanta side. And Bayern Munich were back in that game for approximately 5 minutes, if that. Good response. I'm happy. Okay, 20 minutes left here. Romero looks aggressive and is on a 6.5. I don't trust him. I'm going to bring in Scalvini. Elsewhere, we could make one further change. I'm tempted to. Mailer hasn't had the best of games. I'm going to bring in Hattabor. I am just going to change our wing-backs now to defend. We're going to look to conserve this game a little bit. Up the time wasting. I don't really want to change our game plan too drastically. But I kind of just want to see us manage the last 20 minutes here. Bayern Munich throw in deep in our half. I feel like we've been the better team here. I feel like if we don't come away with at least 3 points, it's going to feel like, well, not very good. Sane, oh my word, he's just hit the post. Okay, maybe a draw would be a fine result, but I want us to hold on. 3 minutes left. 2 minutes. I'm just staring at the clock. 4 minutes of added time. Referee, can you blow your whistle? Yes, he can. A 3-2 win. In the end, we do rely on a penalty. Great team performance. DeMarco had a good performance for us. Badiashile and Soleil solid at the back. Renato Sanchez on a 7.5. If there were doubters before this game, if there was a panic in my voice before this game about the group of death, consider that panic vanquished. That is a very, 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 lots of veries good result for us. And well, with 2 games played at the Champions League group stage, it's not a group of death, is it? It's a group of winning, and we're doing lots of winning in it. Look at that. 4 goals scored, 2 against, plus 2 goal difference. 6 points. That's the thing that matters. Genuinely, didn't think today's episode would go quite as well as that. So I'm a very, very happy man at this moment in time. Hopefully, that's a sign of things to come ahead. In terms of when we're going to be back next time, I am looking at the games against Lazio and Inter at the start of October. I know that's only a few games away, but realistically, they are the 2 teams who are directly around us right now. 2 teams who, if we just look at things, are, well, seemingly our main rivals, particularly Lazio. And with that in mind, I feel like they're just games we have to come back for on Monday. Let me know what you thought of the team performance today. I feel like the switch to the wing-back system is working really, really well against better teams. Maybe that's the thing we were lacking last season. The quality in the midfield is looking good. Renato Sanchez and Pessina in that second game really, really impressed me. The signs are looking good. The team's coming together. I'm excited to see it continue soon. I hope you are too. I'll see you guys next week for more. And until then, it is me, Jack. I'll talk to you all next time. I'm out.